Have you ever felt exhausted from trying to keep everything under control? Sometimes the very effort to control too much is the barrier that prevents us from moving towards success and happiness. Billionaire investor Warren Buffett once said, "When it comes to sacrifice, I think immediately of time, because it's the only thing no one can buy. I can buy anything I want, but fundamentally, I cannot buy time. Time is the most precious asset that each of us possesses." And as Warren Buffett and other billionaires like Bill Gates have shown us, there is power in doing less and achieving more. They not only give up some daily activities, but also selectively invest their time and efforts in what truly matters. This not only helps them achieve their goals, but also creates space for good things to happen naturally. Join us on this journey today to delve deeper into this art in our video. Here we will explore how to apply the "don't force its" principle to every aspect of life, from work to relationships and even to ourselves. Join us by taking up the challenge of watching the video to the end and not missing any principles, because just one of the following 5 principles can help you understand how to let life flow naturally without forcing or rushing. If you're ready to take on this challenge, leave a comment saying, "I accept the challenge and will not give up." Principle number 1. Holding on to toxic things will cause more pain. In this life, maintaining a healthy lifestyle both physically and mentally becomes essential. One philosophy that provides great mental strength is Stoicism, a school of thought that advocates acceptance and non-resistance to things we cannot change, which leads to peace and effective emotional control. Particularly in letting go of toxic elements, Stoicism not only frees us from unnecessary burdens, but also guides us towards a happier and more fulfilled life. Imagine you have invested a lot of passion and effort into a project, a relationship, or a hobby. Initially, everything seems to be developing positively as you dreamed. However, over time, you realize that things are not going as expected. The project fails to yield results, the relationship becomes strained, and the hobby loses its joy. This is when you feel stuck, tired, and disappointed. What would Stoic philosophies say about this situation? You are advised to frankly and courageously face the truth and let go. This doesn't mean you have failed, but that you are opening up a new space for new possibilities and joys. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. It is never too late to abandon a bad habit, an unhealthy relationship, or a project that no longer fits." Consider the story of Emma, a designer who spent many years passionately working to develop a product line she deeply believed in. Emma invested a lot of time and resources in the project, pouring her creativity into every detail, from the initial designs to the final marketing strategies. Despite her dedication and the initial excitement surrounding the launch, the product line ultimately did not resonate with her target audience. Sales were slow, and the feedback was not as positive as she had hoped. Night after night, Emma found herself awake, struggling with the realization that her project might never succeed as she had imagined. The thought of abandoning something into which she had poured so much effort was heartbreaking. However, deep down, Emma knew that continuing to invest resources into this failing project would only lead to further disappointment and drain her creative spirit. After much reflection and several emotional discussions with her advisors and colleagues, Emma made the tough decision to discontinue this product line. It was a painful choice, but she realized that it was necessary to make room for new opportunities. This critical decision allowed Emma to redirect her focus and energy toward more promising projects, better aligned with current market trends and consumer preferences. As she embarked on new business ventures, Emma discovered a renewed sense of purpose and enthusiasm. She began to innovate with newer, more suitable product ideas. These ideas quickly captured attention and received positive acclaim. This change not only revitalized her career, but also restored her faith in her ability to adapt and thrive amid adversity. Emma's experience illustrates that abandoning a failing project, though incredibly difficult, can sometimes open the door to new beginnings. Rather than viewing it as an end, it can be seen as a strategic pivot leading to greater success in one's career. Her story is a testament to the Stoic belief that sometimes strength lies not in enduring the unbearable, but in having the courage to start over with clear focus and renewed spirit. Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Every failure and every surrender can become a stepping stone to later success and happiness if we learn from it and apply the lessons learned. In conclusion, giving up is not only a part of life, but also an art. When we understand the value of giving up in the right circumstances, we will find the freedom and strength to continue our journey in a more meaningful way. So, be brave to face and accept, to let go of what no longer serves your life and goals. That is the first step to opening up a more promising and happier future. Help us grow together. Have you ever had to give up something particularly difficult? What lessons did that bring you? In your opinion, is giving up always a negative choice, or could it bring new opportunities? Share your experiences below so others can learn. Principle number 2. Get rid of the fear that you will never feel happy again. As a citizen, you might become more compliant with orders and more willing to relinquish your rights for vague promises of safety. As a worker, you may demand less and be less willing to take risks. In your personal life, you lean towards safety and thus open yourself up to fewer new possibilities. All because you view the future through a lens of fear. Living this way is not wise. It's not that such concerns are illegitimate. It's undeniable that we are in a perilous and unstable time in our society, and unwise actions and indifference can ruin the future of our children. However, the problem is that lenses of fear distort what you see. They focus mainly on the negative, exaggerate potential threats, offer alternate perspectives, and cause you to compromise your core values due to the urgent need for survival. Unnamed fear narrows your vision, seals off intuition as well as normal sensory reflexes, and encourages violent actions. Simply put, fear that is not recognized and not addressed with mindfulness will take the life out of living. The life energy is lost to fear as the body tenses and the heart closes in anticipation of what is to come. In a personal context, the fear of losing happiness can also take away freedom and creativity in how we live. Stoic philosophy, with its disciplined and pragmatic lifestyle, offers an alternative approach. Instead of living in fear and passively accepting fate, Stoicism encourages us to actively embrace reality calmly and thoughtfully. To understand how Stoic practices can help us address this fear, we need to look at how we define and pursue happiness. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This message reminds us that fear is often a result of exaggerated situations rather than a reflection of the truth. Stoic philosophy emphasizes focusing on what we can control, our reactions and attitudes towards events that occur. As you begin to understand that most of what you fear can't or need not be controlled, you learn to let go. Letting go is not giving up, but a conscious choice to not let fear control your life. Imagine you have been in a relationship for many years. Initially, everything was wonderful, and you and your partner seemed inseparable. However, over time, the initial joy and connection gradually faded. Arguments became more frequent, and happy moments became rarer. You realize that no matter how hard you try, this relationship no longer brings peace and joy as before. Faced with this situation, you feel a deep fear that you will never find anyone else who understands you like they do. However, after much reflection and consideration, you decide not to try to salvage this relationship at all costs. Instead, you choose to relax and accept that things have changed, and perhaps this relationship has served its role in your life. This decision is not easy, but it has freed you from the pressure to protect and maintain something that no longer fits. Instead of trying to make things as they were, you open your heart to new relationships. Soon after, you begin to meet new people who bring a real and healthier sense of connection. People who understand you in ways you did not expect. By embracing change and not resisting, you have expanded the space in your life for new good things to emerge. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This underscores that by nurturing positive thoughts and accepting life as it is, we can achieve a happy and meaningful life regardless of circumstances. When we do not let fear cloud our vision and refrain from forcing things to happen our way, we open up possibilities for new positive outcomes. By practicing fearlessness and non-coercion, we expand our capacity to experience happiness in any situation, a lesson that Stoicism has taught us for thousands of years. Have you ever felt stuck in a similar situation? Share your experience about learning to let go and the unexpected benefits you gained from that decision. Principle number 3. Let go of things that are not for you. All of us may have experienced physical or emotional pain at some point in our lives. The difference is that some people hold tightly to those painful experiences, making it harder for them to move on than others. It's natural to struggle and reflect on your experiences, but there comes a time when you need to stop dwelling on what you cannot change and focus on what you can control, the present and the future. It sounds easy, but we all know that letting go can be one of the hardest things. Stoic philosophers believe that by controlling our reactions to difficult situations, we can achieve inner freedom and true happiness. This is clearly expressed in the teachings of Epictetus. It is not things in themselves which trouble us, but our opinions of things. This understanding paves the way for the art of letting go, not giving up on goals, but letting go of what doesn't belong to us. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning all efforts or not caring about life. In Stoic philosophy, letting go is seen as an act of wisdom and self-understanding. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have the power to change your story at any moment." This advice resonates deeply, meaning that each of us has the power to change our lives by changing how we view and react to events around us. Anna, a young entrepreneur, was initially enthusiastic when she started a business project with a friend. This project required not only a financial investment, but also an emotional commitment and energy from both. Believing strongly in their idea and partnership, Anna poured her heart and soul into it, hoping it would grow into a successful and influential brand. Months passed, and each quarter brought a disappointing business report. Despite employing various strategies and changing the approach to customer engagement, the results did not improve. The project began to stagnate, and the continuous disappointing outcomes made Anna feel like she was fighting in the dark. She became tired and despondent, unsure how to turn the situation around. During those long, sleepless nights, Anna turned to a book on Stoic philosophy, a gift from a friend with whom she had started a business. She began reading and gradually realized that although she could not control the outcomes of her project, she could control how she responded to these situations. She learned to accept that not all efforts lead to success in the way one hopes. After much reflection, Anna decided to let go of the project. It was a tough decision, but necessary for her to free herself from incessant pressure and stress. She shifted her career to a field she was truly passionate about, health and beauty, where she felt more in control and could contribute meaningfully. With this transition, Anna not only found peace, but also achieved success by applying the lessons from Stoicism in practice. Control what you can and let go of what you can't. As a result, she discovered her inner strength and began a new journey with renewed faith and confidence. Letting go, according to Stoic philosophy, is not just a necessary life skill, but an art. When we learn to accept that not everything belongs to us and not all outcomes are controllable, we truly begin the path to freedom and happiness. Remember, timing is everything, and when you are ready, what you deserve will come to you. Each day, each moment, allow yourself to open your heart and let go of unnecessary burdens, and you will find yourself lighter and freer to embrace the good things coming your way. If you find value in Anna's story and the lessons from Stoic philosophy that we've shared, please leave a like and share this video with your friends and family. This not only helps them find peace and a new direction in life, but also supports our channel in bringing more valuable content to help people grow every day. Principle number 4, accept the truth, no matter how difficult it is. Before we delve deeper into principle number 4, let's turn to the story of Derek, an energetic employee in the information technology sector. Derek was once passionate about his job, tirelessly contributing to the development of new applications and improving existing systems. He was proud to be an indispensable part of the team, adding significant value through his creativity and technical expertise. However, over time, Derek began to feel a shift in the workplace environment. He noticed that his contributions were no longer appreciated as before. His ideas were often overlooked in meetings, and when there was success, the recognition he received was scant or non-existent. This was a stark contrast to the early years when every successful project received due acknowledgement. Despite trying to adapt, Derek couldn't help feeling sidelined. He began working harder, hoping that by improving his performance, he could attract the attention of his superiors and reaffirm his value to the company. However, despite his efforts, there was no change in attitude or recognition from the leadership. Eventually, Derek faced a tough decision. He decided to leave the job he had once been passionate about in search of a new work environment where he could be more valued. This decision was not easy, but it was necessary for his personal and professional growth. Derek knew that to develop, he needed a place where his efforts and talents were recognized and encouraged. His decision to leave opened up a new opportunity for career development and to seek happiness in his work, marking a positive turning point in his professional life. Through Derek's story, we learn that some people are accustomed to seeing life through rose-colored glasses, automatically ignoring the darker aspects and negative experiences they encounter. However, to achieve true happiness, what you need to do is discard those glasses and accept the world in whatever form it takes. Life is inherently imperfect with its share of joys and frustrations. Even if you try to deny the harsh realities of life, they continue nonetheless. Accepting that you cannot have everything you want or please everyone around you, you will always live in joy. We are often taught that to be happy, we should avoid negativity and focus on what makes us happy. However, Stoic philosophy invites us to face and accept difficult truths, even those that may be painful. This is not a call to create misery for oneself, but a reminder of the power of acceptance. When confronted with an unchangeable reality, such as loss, failure, or even rejection by others, Stoicism teaches us to let go of the negative emotions that these truths bring. This does not mean denying our feelings, but rather not allowing them to overwhelm and shape our lives. Accepting reality not only frees us from illusions, but also enables us to face reality bravely and be better prepared for future challenges. By accepting that something is no longer appropriate or unchangeable, we can stop wasting time and energy on it and instead focus on new goals and relationships that can benefit our lives. Letting go of something is not just an end, but also a new beginning. When we let go of a relationship, a job, or a belief that no longer serves a positive purpose, we make room for new and more beneficial things. Like Derek, we can find freedom and satisfaction in a new area that we have not explored before. Accepting the truth, no matter how difficult, is the first step, not only to free oneself from unnecessary burdens, but also to open a new path towards true freedom and happiness. When you can recognize and accept the truth, you not only face it, but can also turn it into a force for positive change and deep personal growth. Remember, life is not always fair, but it is always a journey that we can choose to face wisely and calmly. Are you ready to face and accept the difficult truths in your life? Leave a comment. I'm ready below this video. Principle number 5. When one door closes, another door opens. Just like any other day, 49-year-old Bernie Marcus carried his familiar briefcase to work at the company. After more than 20 years of diligent and dedicated work, he has finally earned a seat as a business manager like today. All he needed to do was to continue contributing for another 11 years, and he could comfortably retire and collect his pension. However, he never imagined that day would be his last day working there. "You're fired." "Why? What did I do wrong?" Bernie Marcus was baffled. "No, you did nothing wrong. It's just that the company is developing very slowly, and the board has decided to lay off some staff. That's all." Thus, from a manager, Bernie Marcus had become one of the many unemployed in the city. With living costs and numerous heavy expenses weighing on him, he was forced to look for a new source of income. During this time, he often went to Los Angeles and sat in a roadside cafe for hours to relieve his mood of boredom, confusion, and immense mental pressure. Then one day he met an old friend, Arthur Blank, a former colleague who had also been a manager at the same company and was now laid off. They comforted each other and thought about the future. "Hey, why don't we start our own business?" This idea sparked a flame in Bernie Marcus, reigniting his passion and dreams that had been suppressed. Therefore, they planned to establish a company specializing in providing construction tools and services right at this cafe. The two unemployed former managers developed a plan for the company with the motto, "Lowest prices, best service." Later, this became a famous home furnishing company in the US, known as American Home Storage Company, and then globally. You see, the miracle of the American Home Storage Company began with a phrase in the spring of 1978, "You're fired." Bernie Marcus had taken 20 years to grow from a small, little-known company to a Fortune 500 company with 725 stores, 150,000 employees, and an annual revenue of $30 billion, gradually becoming a prominent name in the global retail industry. Life is a long journey, and the future is always an unknown. You may have heard the saying, "When God closes one door, He opens another. When one door closes, move on without regrets." There is always more than one door at any given time. All you need to do is go find and open that door. In the context of Stoic philosophy, this saying takes on a deeper meaning, teaching us about acceptance, adaptation, and not forcibly resisting inevitable changes. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius valued acceptance and self-control in all situations. They believe that the most important thing is not what happens to us, but how we react to it. When one door closes, instead of feeling despair and deadlocked, we are encouraged to continue searching and opening new doors. This advice is not only spiritual, but also a practical method to continue growing and finding meaning in life. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This is an integral part of Stoic philosophy, helping us face failures and adversities, not just with resilience, but also with gratitude. Calmness and self-control are not about surrender, but about actively embracing life with all its ups and downs. We have explored Stoic philosophy and the art of letting things unfold naturally without coercion. Hopefully, through this video, you have learned how to apply the principle of non-attachment to your daily life, helping you face challenges calmly and effectively. How do you find these Stoic principles beneficial? Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like if you found value in this video and share it with friends who you think would also benefit from these lessons. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe to not miss any upcoming videos. We always strive to deliver deep and practical content to help you grow personally and spiritually. Keep watching the next videos displayed at the end of this one to continue your journey in pursuing the Stoic philosophy for self-improvement. Together, let's continue exploring this rich philosophy of life. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.